Welcome to episode 3 of RAID DAT BASE, where we search the entire internet for the most popular base designs and put them to the test, for educational purposes only. Our first base today will be this 3-level solo duo trio base that I must say looks very solid. It does have that strong vibe about it for sure, but it is listed at 75 plus rockets to raid. So my first instinct of this base is there is no way it's going to cost 75 plus rockets to raid. There is an external TC, so I consider it impossible to pick up any windows and things like that. But let's go. The first thing I'll do is block off the door with a ladder. The first rockets I'm going to use will be to get past the embrasures and into the sheet metal door. 4 should do it. Now you all know I love raiding, but not only bases in Rust, so let me introduce you to Raid Shadow Legends. This is a turn-based battle MMORPG game with the best graphics in a mobile game I have ever seen. I mean, just look at it, it's beautiful. And if looks aren't enough for you, you'll be fighting against noble kings and dark wizards while using characters from 16 warring factions. That's right, 16. So what are you waiting for? Use my links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. And the best part? It's free! With so many options to choose from, let me show you my favorite, the High Elves. The High Elves have evolved into the highest degree of physical, intellectual, and spiritual achievement, which basically allows you to do this. Factions aren't the only thing you'll have to choose from, as each champion has their own strengths and abilities they bring to the table. This becomes more and more important as you progress when enemies become harder, so make sure you choose the right combination of champions to get the job done, nice and clean. New players need worry not, as there are many things they just added. First, they've just added champion fragments. Champion fragments allow you to collect pieces of champions that you can then use to summon a specific champion, also with special events running all the time. They've also added a new bazaar, where you can grab high value items with the gold bars that you win in Tag Arena. And there's still more. They've just extended the daily login rewards up to 270 days with free champions available just for logging in. So if you're a new player, there just isn't a better time to start, is there? Also, if you're a new player, click on the special link below to get this champion, Executioner, along with 50,000 silver, 50 gems, 1 energy refill, 1 clan boss key, 5 mystery shards, and 1 day XP booster, all for free for the next 30 days. By the way, in addition to a great set of powers, this champion's aura increases your entire team's defense by 17%, which means it's just a perfect champion to get you started. And you can easily find all of that cool stuff by simply clicking right here on your inbox. Alright, back to the raid. So the first 4 rockets need to hit the roof or the sheet metal door. This will basically splash the whole room. This raiding technique is the reason you see my base builds with glass windows on the top floor always. Embrasures do work good for when you're online, but not when you're offline. After 4 rockets, we have access to the entire top floor. Since it's not sectioned off good, we can splash 5 floor tiles all at once. So let's aim right here and use 8 rockets. There are garage doors under each of these tiles, so if you see your damage being spread unevenly, it's fine, you can just finish it off with some Explo at the end. 1 stone wall has broken already, and these doors should start breaking as well. Almost through the floor now, and the garage door has also broken, exposing a bedroom. You could break these right now if you wanted to. The floor is open now, and I can just finish this one off with Explo. Now the weakest part of the base is right here. If we have a look down here, you can see with the design of this base, we have access right into the first floor. So we'll break the garage door next with 3 rockets. Let's have a look downstairs. Now the video was unclear as to what went here, but I'm pretty sure it was meant for main loot since it's in the HQM core and TC is right around the corner. Now let's break that next garage door from up here. I literally put this ladder in the worst spot ever. After 18 rockets, we can already see the TC. This is where the weakness of the actual footprint is evident. There are loot rooms on all sides of this TC, so splashing as many walls as we can while moving towards the TC is the key. Finding the angles is also the key. It takes 15 rockets for an HQM wall, but the first 4 will also break that stone wall that hides the TC behind it. This base actually reminds me of the first base I ever published on my channel, only this is a better version of it. So I was a little bit off with my aim, no worries though, it's only a couple of explodes to finish it. The next thing will be slashing all of these walls, which all have loot rooms behind them, without dying to our own rockets in the meantime. I think the ceiling is the best shot here. The general rule of thumb is to stay a minimum of 1.5 square foundations away from the place that you aim. I will speed up the video now since we pretty much just pummel through the HQM walls with rockets until stuff starts to break. You will see the floors, ceilings, and anything else weaker than HQM crumble around us in the meantime. So after 12 more rockets in super fast mode, our first loot room is open, with the entrance to it behind this door. After one more rocket, the last 2 should open as well. So after 37 rockets and some explo, we have completely opened up the core and have access to all of the loot rooms. This is half of the 75 plus cost that was advertised. I would consider this a finished raid at this point now, but to be fair, there are 4 hidden vending machine rooms on each side of the base, so let me show you the cheapest route to get to those too. To be honest, these are well hidden and well split. Most raiders wouldn't even find these. But the first thing we need to do is get rid of these garage doors. These will have different amounts of splash on them depending on exactly where you aim your rockets. When all that is broken, we can come up to level 2. The first room is behind this door and there's another one over here. Since there is no way to splash both of them, we'll take this one first since there's 2 doors next to each other. I overthought this a little bit in the video, because in the end it really doesn't matter which side you aim at. Three rockets though will expose the first room. We can immediately move over to room 2, which is over here. Once again, there isn't really anything extra to splash. Thinking back, you could actually optimize slightly here by using 1 rocket and 1 C4 for each of these rooms. Two down and 2 to go. Our next one is behind here. One more room left, and wow, this base may not be 75 rockets to raid, but it sure is taking a long time to get through everything. The last one is going to be on this side here. And there it is. You'll probably have to build up a twig floor to loot it. So in total, this base took 52 rockets to fully raid, 23 plus rockets less than advertised, but it's still a very formidable base. Well built. This also took me what is approaching 9 minutes straight of tier 3 noise, which would definitely involve counters. So overall, I really like this base. It has a unique flow to it, and it's also pretty strong. And that will conclude today's video. If you have any bases you would like me to test, please let me know about them in the RAID DAT BASE section in my Discord. Link in the description below. See ya!